Imagine uncovering an artifact from thousands of years ago, only to realize it holds secrets that could change everything we know about modern science, technology, and even our future. These artifacts are not just relics of the past. They have the power to reshape our present and challenge the very fabric of human history. Today, we'll explore some of the most intriguing ancient artifacts that have modern implications, from forgotten technologies to mysteries that still puzzle the brightest minds. What if the key to our future has already been hidden in the past? Artifacts from the ancient world aren't simply objects of interest for archaeologists. They are windows into the complexities of early civilizations. While most artifacts tell stories of ancient cultures, some suggest that our ancestors might have known more about science, technology, and the world around them than we've ever imagined. Today, we'll dive into the fascinating world of ancient artifacts that have modern implications. These items challenge the conventional understanding of human progress and raise questions about the true capabilities of ancient civilizations. As you listen, think about how these discoveries might alter our perception of the past and, more intriguingly, how they could shape our future. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe so you do not miss any future videos. Let's begin. The Baghdad Battery. In the 1930s, an archaeological dig near Baghdad uncovered what appeared to be an ancient battery, known today as the Baghdad Battery. This clay jar, dating back to approximately 250 BCE, contains a copper cylinder and an iron rod. When filled with an acidic solution, it has been shown to produce a small electrical charge, leading some to theorize that ancient civilizations might have understood the principles of electricity long before the modern era. But here's the twist. Why would the ancient Babylonians need electricity? No one knows for sure, but some suggest that this artifact could have been used for electroplating, a technique that was rediscovered much later in history. If the Baghdad Battery was indeed used for such purposes, it suggests that ancient peoples may have been far more advanced in their understanding of science than we've been taught. Now imagine this. If these ancient civilizations could harness electricity thousands of years ago, what other technologies might they have used that have been lost to time? Could they have known how to generate and store energy, or is this just a coincidence that we're only now understanding? The Egyptian Sky Map. In the tomb of the Egyptian pharaoh Seti I, a fascinating artifact was discovered that has captured the attention of researchers for decades: the Egyptian Sky Map. Dating back to around 1200 BCE, this map, found on the ceiling of the tomb, depicts a star chart that aligns with the night sky at the time. But what makes this artifact particularly intriguing is the precision with which the stars are mapped. Some believe the Egyptians had advanced knowledge of astronomy, possibly even a form of stellar navigation. The star alignments on this map are incredibly accurate, even more so than other ancient astronomical charts. The implications of this artifact suggest that the Egyptians may have had access to technology or knowledge about the cosmos far beyond their time. Modern technology such as GPS and satellite navigation is only possible due to our knowledge of astronomy. If ancient Egyptians had this understanding, it might mean that our ancestors had already figured out complex systems for navigating the stars. Could the Egyptians have been using some form of astronomical navigation far earlier than we realize? And how might this influence our approach to space exploration today? The Sacsayhuaman Walls. In the Andes Mountains of Peru, a series of massive stone walls are said to be built by the ancient Inca civilization. Known as Sacsayhuaman, these walls are composed of enormous stones, some weighing as much as 100 tons, and are constructed with such precision that even today, modern engineers are amazed at how these massive stones were transported and set into place without mortar. The fascinating thing about Sacsayhuaman is the theory that the Inca might have used sound or vibrational technology to move and place these stones with such accuracy. Some suggest that ancient civilizations might have possessed knowledge of frequencies and resonance that allowed them to lift and move incredibly heavy objects without modern tools or machinery. From a modern perspective, these theories tie into our own understanding of sound frequencies and vibrations. Some scientists have speculated that if the Inca did indeed understand how to manipulate sound to lift stones, it could have revolutionized our approach to construction and transportation. Could ancient civilizations have figured out principles of physics that we are still just scratching the surface of? Could the answer to building in challenging environments like space or the future of transportation lie in unlocking these ancient secrets? The Shroud of Turin. One of the most famous and controversial relics in the world is the Shroud of Turin. This piece of cloth, believed by many to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, features an image of a man's face and body, showing signs of suffering and crucifixion. What's truly remarkable about the shroud is how the image is formed. It seems to be imprinted on the fibers in a way that modern science struggles to replicate. Despite various attempts to recreate the image, scientists have yet to fully understand how the shroud's image was created. Some theories suggest that it could be the result of a form of radiation, possibly tied to a supernatural or unknown natural phenomenon. Others believe it may involve a process similar to modern-day photography or light exposure, though the science behind this remains unclear. For modern science, the shroud presents both a challenge and a mystery. How could an ancient artifact possess an image so sophisticated it couldn't be replicated with today's technology? Could this artifact provide clues to undiscovered methods of image creation, possibly with implications for modern imaging technologies including photography, holography, and even quantum mechanics? The London Hammer. In 1936, a hammer was found embedded in rock near London, Texas. The hammer, dating back to the early 1800s, appeared to be an ordinary tool, but what was extraordinary was the fact that it was encased in a chunk of rock that was millions of years old, far older than the time it was supposedly made. This find raises questions about the dating of rocks and fossilized objects and what it implies about the timeline of human history. Could humans have existed far earlier than we realize, or could there have been an undiscovered civilization with advanced tools that lived alongside the dinosaurs? The London Hammer challenges the mainstream understanding of history, leaving us to reconsider the possibility of lost civilizations. From a modern perspective, the discovery of the London Hammer invites us to think critically about the geological timelines we rely on today. Could our understanding of Earth's history be incomplete? And how could the discovery of more artifacts like this reshape our understanding of human evolution? These artifacts don't just represent relics of a long-gone era. They are keyholes to understanding the hidden potential of ancient civilizations. Whether it's the Baghdad Battery, the Egyptian sky map, or the Shroud of Turin, each one challenges our understanding of human progress. These discoveries raise questions about lost technologies, forgotten knowledge, and the possibility that humanity's greatest achievements have already been achieved. The implications are vast. Could we be overlooking technologies that were once commonplace, only to be rediscovered by future generations? What if we're on the brink of uncovering the next great leap forward, but we simply need to look at the past to find the answers? As you consider these ancient artifacts, think about the role they might play in the future. What can we learn from these objects that could help us solve the world's greatest challenges today? The journey of discovery continues, and maybe, just maybe, the answers are not in what we've yet to invent, but in what we've already forgotten. The past is a puzzle, waiting for someone like you to unlock it. What would you do if the key to the future was hidden in the ancient world?